Hello, my name's Julia and these are the representatives of our DNC project groups. We're going to talk to you today about our planning for DNC and how different factors affected us.
Hi, I'm Miles, I'm representing the fundraising group. For our planning we did quite a lot of things. One thing that we decided to do was making itineraries. So when it came up to the event, we would make an itinerary and share it with everyone so everyone can see. So everyone knows, like, for example, how we were getting to our destination, for example, getting the bus at what time. We used these just to make sure everyone was informed of what we were planning on doing.
Hello, my name is Monica, I represent the social group. Within our groups, we delegated documents to allow us to meet deadlines. This allowed us all to work to our strengths.
Hi, my name's Elvis and I was responsible for the training project. One of the most important things was to ensure that deadlines were met. This is because it allows everyone to have extra time when they know that when things have to be done. This allows everyone to be organised and ensure that everything runs smoothly.
Hey, my name is Elsa and I'm a representative of the report group. One of the things that we learned to deal with is flexibility and making sure that when we had events that needed to be done but things went away, we were flexible and able to deal with it. So like with the sponsored walk, when it started to rain, we changed the date so that we could complete it successfully.
As a seminar group, we've developed a lot of competencies during this process. As a class, we've learned a lot of new skills, and one of them is probably increasing our skills range. There are lots of things that we didn't necessarily know how to do. For example, doing Gantt charts and critical path, and as a group, we work together in teaching each other and utilising people who are best equipped for these projects and who've got the best skills.
As a team, we worked on our group deadlines. We focused on making deadlines for each individual project that we aimed to meet. We also aimed to meet our deadlines a few days before end of task, so we can fix any problems.
Another thing we've learned as a seminar group is being able to work as a team. We've had several meetings in and out of uni in order to discuss what we could do to improve our documents and what's going well and what isn't. As well as this, we've used Dropbox where we can upload our documents so people can share their ideas.
We have also learned to improve our communication skills. This is through creating a Facebook page so we can upload photos and we can all see it. And we also have a group chat to all communicate to each other.
A big part of uni is independent learning. So we've developed our ways of using our initiative. So all of our guidance is within the handbook and then we have to interpret it well, and we've worked really well at developing.
So for executing, we wanted to make sure everyone was really organised and everyone knew the day plan. We decided to make itineraries for each of the events to make sure everyone knew how each day was structured, so there would be no confusions.
Each project had to produce a risk assessment which was very beneficial for everyone, because it allowed us to come across any unexpected hurdles and challenges that we could face. This is a good way to execute our mission because it prepared us for the worst.
To execute the social event effectively, we were able to get regular email updates from the fire station. And we also met with them on the day so that we could make sure the event runs smoothly.
We took the attendance on meetings down to find out who contributed what, and to make sure that if someone didn't attend the meeting, we'd be able to direct message them or get in contact with them and tell them what was discussed, and if there was any work, what they had to do. We decided to use Dropbox so we were able to monitor everyone's documents, whether they had completed what was set for them, and everyone was able to have a look at them, see what work they have done and if it was right.
We've regular meetings to monitor our progress and had meetings as a large seminar group as also in our individual projects.
The organisational chart is a flat structure, meaning there's more creativity, empowerment, and there's much better communication because there's less levels in the hierarchy triangle.
For the newspaper article, I consulted project members in order to analyse the success of each event. This helped me make a fair and correct judgment about how the events went.
For the last part of the mission, for the closing stage, we had to all conduct project performances. We all worked together as a big seminar group to discuss what the strengths and weaknesses were of the whole project. We then worked out where we could analyse this and continue this further on how we could better improve ourselves next time.
In the planning stage of the mission, we had a traditional planning model. However, some elements of the generative model did appear, when most of the involvement was dialogue-based rather than written, for instance. Also, the contextual elements that were decided within the group and that were created had a sense of urgency amongst some members of the group, which further caused conflicts. Within the initiation stage of the project, we created templates for the individual documents that were produced prior to the main deliverable being produced, and this was because of the one best way method of Taylor. It enabled every document to have the same standard, the same format, and to be of the same quality and quantity that was produced as a whole. This enabled us to show our team working ability. Our group had an organic system that was characterised by low rules, shared decision making, and flexible authority structure. With fewer levels within the hierarchy and organisational chart, it meant that I was able to function well as a team within this mission. When reflecting on our behaviour within the mission, this was one of theory Y. We were supportive of each other as there was no concern for laziness, as everyone exercised self-direction and control to achieve the goals, mission and vision statement that we set. Because our team had a unity perspective, everyone was considered to be part of one big team and not 5 different teams. This allowed everyone to work across the 5 projects and to get involved within multiple tasks as well as within the main deliverables. Therefore, although yes, we did have a division of labour, we placed less emphasis on the importance of sticking within the initial roles, as this enabled us to utilise our skill set. Upon delegating the mission workload, the contingency approach meant that members were analysed separately and managed accordingly in every situation, and that satisfied team members wasn't necessarily the most productive. We had to take account for this when delegating the mission workload, and that is because we had to make sure that it wasn't the person that would get the most satisfaction or the person that would enjoy completing it the most, but it was important for us, based on our mission statement, that we would delegate the roles based on who would perform the best for the deliverable. So, for instance, the satisfaction derived from the mission can come from the rest of the group, it can come from friends, family, or lecturers. However, none of that satisfaction have anything to do with the actual performance of the team members and whether or not they wanted a challenging task, for example. The project manager also had to recognise and adapt to changes that occurred both inside and outside the group.
Everyone in our group, I find, has come a long way since we started DMC. We made a lot of new friendships, we've gained a lot of new skills. We all really enjoyed the mission. Thank you for watching this video.